Hey everybody, so today's story is about David and Goliath. Remember this one? And at the end of the story, we're going to be singing the David and Goliath song, so be ready. The young hero and the horrible giant. God's people had some scary enemies, but the Philistines were the scariest of them all. And now the Philistines had come to fight them. The Philistines had a secret weapon called Goliath. Goliath was a terrifying soldier, and worst of all, a giant. A giant so strong and so scary that no one had ever been able to fight him and live to tell the tale. So there they were, the Philistines standing on top of one hill, God's people standing on top of the other, and every day Goliath came out and shouted, "Send your best soldier to fight me. If he wins, we will be your slaves. But if I win, you will be our slaves." No one spoke. No one moved. "Chickens!" Goliath bellowed. "Your God can't save you. I'll rip your heads off and I'll have you on toast." His beady, greedy eyes glowered at them hungrily from under his horrible helmet, as if any minute he really might just gobble them all up. And he laughed his terrible laugh. "Ha, ha, ha, ha!" It boomed, echoing horribly around and around the dry valley. Well, Goliath might as well have just been a green, slimy monster with 3 heads, because God's people froze with fear. Their eyes glazed over and they turned deathly pale. They knew if someone didn't do something quick, if someone didn't save them. But God would do something. He would send someone to save them. Now you remember that David was the youngest son of Jesse? Well, his brothers were soldiers in the army. And one day when David brought his brothers their lunches, he saw Goliath. And he saw how scared everyone was. "Don't be afraid," David said. "I'll fight him for you." "You're only a little shepherd boy," the king said. "And Goliath is a great soldier. How will you fight him?" "God will help me," David said. So the king gave David his royal armor to wear, but it was too heavy and too big, and David couldn't even walk. Right there. "I won't need this," David said. Instead, David picked out 5 smooth stones from the stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He took his slingshot and he walked towards Goliath. Step, step, step. I'm going to turn the book this way so you can see how big Goliath is. Goliath walked toward David. Boom, boom, boom. "You?" Goliath peered down at the small boy. "I'm little," David shouted up to him, "but God is great." Goliath laughed, an even terribler laugh than usual. "Oh, oh, 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 oh," it went. With just one swing of his giant sword, Goliath could finish the boy off. But David kept going. "It isn't how strong you are or how many swords and spears you have that will save you. It's God who saves you. This is God's battle, and God always wins his battles." David put a stone in his sling, swung it around, and let it go. The little stone flew like a bullet through the air and struck Goliath. Boom! Right between the eyes. Goliath stopped laughing. He stumbled and staggered and crash! Fell dead. When the Philistines saw Goliath was dead, they ran away. And when God's people saw them running away, they cheered. God had saved his people. David was a hero. Many years later, God would send his people another hero to fight for them and to save them. But this hero would fight the greatest battle the world has ever known. And we know that hero they're talking about is Jesus. We just got done celebrating Easter when he finished that battle, right? When he died on the cross for us and rose again out of the grave. All right, now we got to sing our David and Goliath song after singing that song. So we're going to sing Only a Boy Named David. You ready? Only a boy named David, only a little sling. Only a boy named David, but he could pray and sing. Only a boy named David, only a rippling brook. Only a boy named David, and 5 little stones he took. And one little stone went in the sling, and the sling went round and round. And one little stone went in the sling, and the sling went round and round. And round and round and round and round and round and round and round. And one little stone went up in the air. Woo! And the giant came tumbling down. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. Bye.